Hey, what's going on, amazing people? It's your boy Amazing Ace back at you with another episode of Sunday Juice. Today we're gonna have a little recap of some of the things that happened through the week. But honestly, I don't even want to focus on what happened through the week. You know, I want you guys to really focus on what I'm gonna be focused on going forward on this channel now. You heard me? Because going forward on this channel, we're gonna start talking about more about self-awareness, more about self-education, more about self-understanding, and just more so about self in general. You heard me? So I want you guys to pay attention and really listen, because it's about to get deep, and we're going to start getting even deeper. You heard? It's your boy Amazing Ace right here, averaging amazing 963. We about to take over. Pay attention. Don't miss it now. Out here in Harlem today, we showing another episode of Sunday Juice, tapping in with you guys, letting you know what's going on out here. We're in the streets of Harlem today. I'm with my boy Ervin right here.
What's up?
Yeah, what's going on, man? Harlem, what's up? Stand up. Where you from, Ervin?
I'm from Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C. is in the house. Let's talk about it now, man. How long you been in New York City?
I've been here since the summer of 2015.
2015? How do you like it?
I love New York. You know, I've developed that hustler's mentality that everybody talks
about it.
That grind. Most people that live here, I feel, are transplants, and they come here with a drive and a passion to achieve or obtain a goal.
So what do you feel is like the biggest difference between New York City and DC, where your hometown is?
I would say the biggest difference would have to be opportunity.
Opportunity, okay. Why you say that?
I just feel like, it depends.
You feel like New York presents more opportunity than DC?
I would say yes. I think that,
What do you guys think about that?
I think it depends on what area, field you're in, or like what area.
Okay.
Career-wise you are in. But, for me, being a dancer, model, actor, I believe that New York is the city for me, because it's all about environment. If you want to obtain certain goals, or get a certain network established, or be around people who are doing what you do and doing what you love, to be in the environment where I'm surrounded around other artists, other like-minded individuals who are doing what it is that I want to do, and who's also on the same journey with me. So
nice. That's great to hear. Now you say you're a model, actor, and dancer?
Yes.
Oh wow. How
and I sing a little bit too,
Okay, look at you. Look at you. We got a superstar in the house today. Look at that.
I receive it.
Yeah, Ervin, give the folks your Instagram in case they want to follow you, see what's up.
My Instagram is at I am Ervin Dix. That is at IAM ERV as in Victor, IN as in Nancy, D as in David, IX. At Ervin Dix.
All right,
Sorry,
you guys.
I am Ervin Dix. I was thinking about my email address.
He is Ervin Dix. Yeah, going into it now, right, Ervin? Now, today's episode, we're going to talk about self-development, right? Self-development, because on the last one, we was talking about growth and development. So now let's talk about self-development. What do you need to implement for yourself in order for you to get forward, in order for you to get past the traumas, in order for you to get past the problems, in order for you to get past whatever it is that you need to get past so you can produce? So let's tap into that. Let's get into that. Sunday Juice. Today's episode is about that. You heard? Listen up. Yeah, so Ervin, you had a couple of questions for me. You want to ask me some things about self-development?
Yes. I'd say if you had to think about 5 steps to implement in your life that would help you on your road to self and personal development, what would they be?
If I had 3 steps to implement?
3 or 5. But just a nice start to get people thinking about like what they can put in place for their own lives to start their journey.
I will always implement mindfulness before anything that I do. Anything that I do, I always want to be mindful of what's going on and what I'm doing. Because at the end of the day, nothing really matters if you're not in the moment, if you're not paying attention, if you're not aware.
Right.
So
awareness is key.
And then the next thing I will probably implement will be discipline. Because discipline is key.
That's a big one.
Discipline in order to push forward and to make things happen and to really reach goals. You're not reaching no goals unless you got some type of discipline involved.
What does discipline look like to you?
Discipline is doing the shit that you know you don't want to do. You feel me?
That you don't want to do.
Exactly, but you know you have to do in order to reach the next step.
Right.
You feel me? And a lot of us, we lack that, man. We just get caught up in like, damn, I feel like this, I feel like that, I wanted this, I wanted that. But nah, discipline is doing what you have to do in order to be able to do what you want to do.
Right.
That's just how I put it.
And to some, that looks like work. It is work. But when you realize that you need to do the work, it really won't look like work. It'll just look like your effort and your tenacity and your ability to say, you know what, I have to do this.
Right, bro, because that's what it takes, man. It takes a lot of tenacity. It takes a lot of motivation, dedication, and it takes a lot of drive in order for us to be able to push ourselves to that next step, to be able to implement some of the things we need to implement in order to reach some of the things we need to reach.
Absolutely.
You feel me? Now, when it comes to self-development, you really need to be mindful of the situations. You really need to be mindful of your awareness. You really need to be mindful of whom you are. Because until you're really aware of whom you are and your capabilities and some of your personal abilities, you're not going to be able to reach the next stage and the next step in your development. Right. You feel me? And you must be aware in every human being, there's only one life that you're in charge of, and that's yours. And that's the development you got to really focus on, you know?
When you're thinking about
the word acceptance, right?
Yeah, you know, when you're thinking about the mindfulness and like being aware of the work that you need to do, I think that before you could even like go any further, you have to accept that, okay, this is what I need to be doing. And you know, no matter how hard it may seem, no matter how challenging it may become, I have to first accept that this is a part of the journey before I could even, you know, do what I need to do that's necessary to begin it. You know, because if you're just going about it and you're like, you know what, I'm going to do it because, you know, my mentor told me, or someone that I met in passing suggested that I do this. But like, if you don't say within yourself, like, you know what, I accept that I need to do these things, then like a lot of the work that you're doing is not going to make sense to you. It may not even like feel good because you aren't at a place where you're ready. Saying, you know what, I accept that I need to make these changes. I accept that I need to do this.
Yo, bro, acceptance is key in so many aspects in life, bro, because a lot of times we're in denial of what's really in front of us. And until you actually accept the truth, you can't go nowhere. That's like that's like you saying, oh, I'm sick. Until you accept the fact that you are sick, you're not gonna do anything to get over that sickness, to find a cure for that sickness, to anything. So until you acknowledge that fact and you accept the fact that, all right, I'm sick right now, or something's going on with me, or whatever this is, and then you can start preparing yourself for solutions, for resolutions, and to find a cure to make yourself back to where you need to be. That's where it comes at. You know, and a lot of us don't do that, man. We miss out on that, on a couple of these steps, because they all goes hand in hand. You know what I mean? So you tell them the straight facts, and I tell them how it is. Like, these are straight facts that I'm just telling people. Like, when you go through life, bro, you got to remember things happen in stages, and you got to follow like formats, and you got to follow like just like everything else you do in life. If you go to a job, they got formats that you got to follow. They got procedures you got to follow, and so on and so forth. So in life, there's procedures, bro. You can't skip certain steps expecting to get the results that you want without going through the necessary lessons that you need to go through in order to be prepared for the next step.
Yeah.
You feel me?
You make me think about that. The definition of insanity is like, you know, doing something different to get a different result versus doing the same thing in hopes to get a different result. You know, that's a part of the acceptance, is that, okay, I have to do something different other than what I have been doing, which means, you know, changing your mentality, which could mean changing habits, which could mean, you know, but
But are you willing to put in that work?
Exactly.
Are you willing to really make that happen?
Right.
Like, how bad do you want it? Because at the end of the day, what it all comes down to is how bad do you want that change? How bad are you going to implement these changes and do the things you got to do? Because, like, when it comes to self-development, I'm really big on this subject, B. Because I feel like it all starts with self. Like Michael Jackson said it. Biggie said it. Every rapper and every major artist said it, entertainer said it, you see it in movies, you see it in posters, everything. It always starts with the person in the mirror. It always starts with self. Until you're able to grow, until you're able to accept yourself, until you're able to be good with yourself and reflect that back to society, then what are you really doing?
Right.
You know? You're not going to get nowhere. You have to be able to reflect that back to society, and you have to be able to accept who you are and be able to grow and develop in order for society to grow and develop. And y'all can all be on the same level.
You come to the point of acceptance. How do you continue to move forward? Like, to begin to do the process, to begin the journey? Like, would you say you need to come up with a plan of action? Establish a plan, like put some steps in forward for yourself that would be conducive for you.
Yeah,
like,
so once you have acceptance, I would say the next step would be understanding. You feel me? So once you understand what that's going on and what it is you're trying to do and what it is you want to do, once the understanding comes into effect, then it's a lot more easier to plan accordingly.
Right.
You know? Then you could plan towards exactly what it is that you're trying to reach. So after acceptance, I would say understanding. Then after understanding, you can start preparing for the next step and whatever.
Understanding more about your purpose in life, understanding more about what you're passionate about, who you want to reach, and like why you want to reach them. Like, why are they so important to you?
Honestly, bro, the understanding is you understanding what it is you want to do, what it is you're trying to do, and how you are going to do it. Anything else outside of that or anything else beyond that, it doesn't matter. You feel me? Because you have to be in line and in tune with yourself before you could do anything else. So the understanding always comes with self. You know? So before you think about anything outside of that, anyone outside of that, any other situation outside of that, develop self. You know, so once you have that understanding with self on what it is your ambitions are, what it is your goals are, and what it is you're trying to reach, and you got that together, then after that, it's a lot more easier to plan accordingly to what it is you want to do, because now you know what your goals are, what your ambitions are, what it is you're trying to reach and do. So now once you understand that and you have a full understanding of that, now you could come out with a real foolproof plan on how to make this happen.
Now, do you feel that ultimately your plan or your goals and ambitions to be a better person, to develop yourself in a way that you know that you could become to maximize your fullest potential, do you believe that that is the starting point for how you are going to impact the world and what you're going to do for people? Because I do feel like, you know, a large part of our personal development is, you know, it begins with us, and it's, you know, it's for us because, you know, we need to be the change that we wish to see. But also I feel that it's in the day-to-day life, that work has to transcend beyond you, and like, you know, so that you can in turn inspire other people, you know, depending on what it is that you do, and motivate and encourage other people through what it is that you do.
No, Ervin, that's for sure.
It doesn't just stop with you, you know?
No, that's for sure. But in order to inspire others, you have to be your own inspiration, bro. Because
I agree too.
Honestly, the only thing that keeps me going, that makes me do the type of stuff that I'm doing right now, is because it's motivating me. You feel me? It motivates me to challenge myself. It motivates me to step my game up, to do what it is that I need to do or got to get done, so I can make sure I'm getting the results that I need to get. You know, so a lot of this is really pushing me versus pushing others. Right. You know, and then it's just a bonus that I get to inspire others, or I get to touch others, or I get to reach others in the process.
Right, and on ourselves, and then impart it and pour it into other people through the work that we're doing. You know, because We need each other.
Exactly.
You know,
and this is the thing. Frequency and energy resonates. You feel
Right.
me? So as you project that energy that you're trying to give off, that energy is going to get directed towards the direction it needs to go. And it's going to
Right.
reach the people it needs to reach. And those people are going to gravitate towards you. You feel me? And that's more so what I believe in than anything. Like when I do the stuff that I do, I'm not doing it for anyone else besides the people that's on the same type of frequency, on the same type of level that I'm on. And
Right.
then beyond that, I'm doing it more so for self, because it's helping me develop myself. It's helping me to grow as an individual. It's helping me to get more educated. It's helping me to get more in tune. So this is what I really do it for. So in my growth, it's helping me to teach other people. So as one goes through their own journey of growth and development, and self-awareness and self-discipline, and all aspects of self, and you get self on check, it gets a lot more easier to do anything else outside of self.
Right.
You feel
Because
me?
now you are more in tune and attuned
because
with
now
who you are. and what
let's say you want to influence somebody, right? It's not going to be hard because you're cool with yourself, you're good with yourself, you're in touch with yourself, you're in tune with yourself.
Right.
There's nothing about you that bothers you about yourself because you understand yourself.
Right.
So a lot of the times if you project that to the next person, they're going to be inspired by that. You feel me?
Yeah.
And they're going to see that.
Right.
You get
I
what I'm
agree.
saying?
Yeah.
So it all always goes back to self. You
Right.
feel me? Once you get self in tune, a lot more things is going to line up with it, and you're going to be good.
Which is also, I think that's things happen, life happens, adversity happens. Like, we
Right.
change, we evolve, we're people.
And bro,
you know?
this is what you call confidence.
Right.
That understanding of self is what brings about confidence, because confidence comes from understanding, comes from awareness, comes from you being in tune with yourself. When you're in tune with yourself, you give off a radiant, a vibration, an aura of
Right.
great confidence, of great positive energy, of great understanding. And this resonates and it gravitates towards you, and it brings this back to you.
Yeah.
And then you start to gravitate towards these kind of people, towards these kind of things, and towards these kind of situations. You feel me? Because, it's deeper than what I tell you, bro. When I tell you this shit, I'm telling y'all, man, the reason I stress this issue is because this is a real deep issue, and I feel
Right.
like people don't take it that serious, or as serious as they should take it. Like, self-development is really
It's
big
important.
concept,
Yeah.
man, and it's very important, man.
And I mean, I think overall life is growth. Think about the stages of life with nature and like animals and like even like us as people. It's necessary, and like in order for us to really get to a point where we can say, you know what, I want to be at this place in X, Y, and Z amount of time, then that also means that you need to check in with self and say, hey, okay, like what am I doing to get to where I want to be? What haven't I done that has become a limit or a boundary, and how do I work through that so that I can properly navigate the way in which I need to, so that I can ultimately be who I want to be, So
Exactly, man. I couldn't have said it better myself, Ervin. Word. That's a great topic. You guys feel free to tap in, comment down below, share how you feel.
Yes.
Share your experiences, let us know. That's basically the topic on self-development, man. If you guys got anything from the conversation, if you guys got any understanding or whatever, any questions, please feel free to comment down below. Share the video with other like-minded individuals. Me and Ervin, our platforms is out there. If you guys want to reach out, you guys need an ear, you need a voice or whatever, let us know what's up, because that's what we're here for, man. At the end of the day, it's average people doing amazing things. So every day we got to grow and develop and try to be the best versions of us that we could be.
Right.
So aim for greatness, aim for amazing, because you two are amazing people.
Yes.
Amazing Ace, Ervin, we out here.
Grow and be great, guys.
You know that. Peace.
Peace.
A genius in a human being. Every human being has it. Every human being touches it at some moment of life. But the question is, how often do you touch it? That's a question. You sparked once in your lifetime. That's not good enough. You must be sparking all the time, isn't it? What is genie?